Big. All right, let's go to the Ravens here. John, I'm going to start with you because you're wearing purple, so it feels appropriate right now. Look, Lamar Jackson's their future. They made that very clear. They got to build up the pieces around him. So the trade would be DJ Moore, wide receiver from the Bears. I will tell you that Bears fans have been flipping out that he could potentially get traded.
Yeah, Bears fans would probably hate this trade, but if you're Chicago and you're looking toward the future, it's not that crazy. I mean, you look at what the Bears have done over the past few years. They have young receivers in Luther Burden and Rome Odunze. So you have guys to build around. And if you unload DJ Moore, now you pick up a lot of salary cap space and you focus on developing those young receivers. If you're Baltimore, this makes sense because you're thinking, look, we know we have one receiver in Zay Flowers, but they really don't have anyone behind that. Yes, they have Mark Andrews at tight end, but if we're speaking of receivers, you really want to have a 1-2 punch, which they just don't have. Not to mention DeAndre Hopkins, Isaiah Likely, both likely going to leave in free agency. So that means the Ravens are going to be losing 2 of their top 4 pass catchers from last season. And one other reason this could make a little for Baltimore, let's not forget who their new offensive coordinator is, Declan Doyle, who was the OC in Chicago last season. So he has already worked with DJ Moore for a year. Maybe Moore would be up for a reunion in Baltimore. So he's someone who I think could fit in a new Ravens offense right away.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Breach. I mean, I think that, again, there's familiarity with the coaching staff, but also from a Chicago standpoint, you have all of these young and up-and-coming pass catchers, and I use pass catchers on purpose because you have Colston Loveland there as well. I want those targets to start going even more to the young tight end because he was sensational down the stretch. And again, not to mention Luther Burden and Rome Odunze. There's a lot of weapons already in place for Caleb Williams that it does make someone like DJ Moore expendable. So if you can get some value and clear some money to continue this ascent under Ben Johnson going into year 2 as head coach, I think that makes all the sense in the world, especially when there's been some effort questions with DJ Moore in terms of running his routes and kind of giving up on routes. I don't know if that's necessarily something that Ben Johnson would particularly love, but on the flip side here with the Baltimore Ravens, in Breach, you touched on it, this is a team that just needs more weapons. Yeah, you could lose Isaiah Likely, you could lose DeAndre Hopkins in free agency, but even if you had them, I would say go for it. Why not? This is an AFC that continues to be wide open. The path was there for the New England Patriots just because a guy like Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, they just weren't in his way. Next year is not going to be the case. I think all of these teams are coming back, including Baltimore, and you still have Lamar Jackson in his prime. Yes, you moved on from Harbaugh, you brought in Minter, but you're trying to maximize what you have in an MVP quarterback in Lamar Jackson. So giving him another weapon to go alongside Zay Flowers and all the rest of them, I think you have to do it at this point in Lamar Jackson's career.